office looks pretty quiet. Spring break. Pretty quiet yourself.
10 to assist 24 at 2 Water Street. Unarmed assault. 19 to 4006 Southside Parkway, Hawthorne Motel.
That's dumb. This is 19. What do you got?
Not sure, 19. Manager says there's a guest locked in a room who won't come out and won't answer. Get over there fast.
Got it. Let's go.
He said that I could make 5 times what I was making in just a few hours a week if I would agree to have a drink or two with these very appreciative gentlemen.
And you have no idea who this man is who called you?
I say he, but
Jimmy,
I don't even know
there's
that
one place
for
where she
sure.
turned into my light, and I promised her she wouldn't be recognized.
It seems like it's always the same person.
It's gone.
But they disguise their voice, so it's just a whisper. You know, it's real hoarse, so you can't tell.
Then you don't know who you're working for?
No, I was paid by whatever gentleman I was with, and they paid my bosses up front. But anyway, see, I called you because I was finally with this guy who wasn't so respectable. It got very...
Go on.
Well, he beat me up, is what happened. So I'm out of it now, and I'm not going back. I don't care how many times they call to threaten me or what they try to do.
5 minutes, Meryl.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for the quick edit, Jimmy.
Anytime.
So, can I go with it?
Police will be calling for your source before you're off the air.
Oh, come on, Sam. Is it my fault they refuse to admit there's an organized ring of prostitution right here in
come
Corinth?
on. This kind of thing's been going on in Corinth since I was a kid.
Douglas, we're talking about college girls. Teenagers, some of them. That girl that you just saw has already been threatened for nothing more than trying to say goodbye to it all.
Are you going to do a newscast tonight or what?
What about that item on Roger Forbes taking over as president of Alden U?
There is no item. They're supposed to announce the new president's name next week, so will we.
Sam, you know the executive search committee is meeting today, and there's a rumor going around that Forbes was seen in Corinth from noon.
And did you check this rumor out?
I called Cabot Alden's to see if he was staying there, and I got the runaround.
3 minutes to stand by, everybody. You know, I've read in the paper that there's a big reception at the embassy in New York tomorrow night, and Ambassador Forbes is expected to be there. Well, maybe he came back from Europe a day earlier and just drove down to visit the Aldens and his father.
Figure it out for yourself. Roger Forbes is Cabot Alden's son-in-law. Who else would Alden rather have running his university?
Garth, Miss Whitley.
Oh, hello, Cabot.
Nice to see you, Mr. Alden.
I saw that your car was still here.
Yes, Amelia and I were still trying to complete some things before the end of the day, and I knew that you and the committee were meeting, so I thought that I should be available in case you needed any, well, records or, oh, thank you, records or recommendations.
Yes. We just adjourned. Might I have a word with you?
Well, please feel free to say anything at all in front of Amelia.
Very well. I wanted to tell you personally that the committee voted unanimously to commend and to thank you for your splendid efforts as acting president of this university. And we feel that we can be sure of the same degree of excellence when you return to your former duties as dean.
The committee has selected someone else?
Yes. I'm not at liberty to say who, but I thought you'd like to know that there'll be approximately 30 days to make the transition. Well, good day to you both. And again, our thanks.
Sorry, Garth. I can't understand how they could overlook that splendid year you gave them.
Because my name isn't Roger Forbes, and I wasn't lucky enough or smart enough to marry Cabot Alden's daughter. Look, I don't think I'm going to be much good here anymore today. I'll see you in the morning.
Johnny Forbes.
Johnny?
Is that you, Amelia?
Oh, don't pretend you don't recognize my voice. It hasn't been that long.
What can I do for you?
Well, I just had to tell you. I'm surprised that you concurred with Roger's latest career move.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about his taking over as president of Alden University.
What?
Obviously, you didn't know. But you always told me there wasn't anything having to do with Roger's career that you weren't intimately a part of.
That's right, and it's still true. All the damn things you called me about, this one takes the cake. Goodbye, Amelia.
Johnny. Johnny.
Is that what you'll be wearing tomorrow night?
Yes, it is. Do you like it?
Well, sure. I'll just never understand what you've got against brighter colors. Do you know where Daddy and Clem went with Grandfather?
No, I don't.
That's one part about being married to someone famous like Daddy I don't think I'd like. He's always got so many obligations.
Lorna, shouldn't you be getting your things packed for a trip to New York tomorrow?
That's what I came in here to show you. Look. There's a whole article about the embassy reception in this New York paper. Even a picture of Daddy and the Countess cooler outside the new museum Daddy dedicated. It, says the Countess is staying at the embassy in New York. Well, did you know she was coming?
Well, I assumed she might. She's worked so closely with your father on the museum.
Right. She's so beautiful. Glamorous. I can't wait to see the dress she'll be wearing tomorrow
Lorna,
night.
will you please get your things packed before dinner? Now, I know what you're trying to do, and I won't have it.
There you go again, taking it out on me. It's not my fault you didn't know that she was going to be there.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, Mother.
I just thought you might like to know the men have returned. They're downstairs in the library.
It's good to be home again, Clem, and closer to Washington. I felt so far away from it all there in Europe.
I know. Of course, president of the university isn't exactly the political mainstream.
Didn't hurt Eisenhower. Woodrow Wilson either, for that matter.
True. But as your friend and advisor, Roger, I have to tell you there's still a few things that worry me.
Yeah? What's that?
Look, you can tell me it's none of my business. But with Trudy Kohler being in New York for that reception tomorrow, I think you have to watch your step.
Clem, you worry too much.
Probably. But you're back home now, and you have to be more careful.
Speaking of being back home, I better call my father and let him know I'm back here and what I'm doing, or Johnny's gonna raise hell with me.
Well, here we are. Now we can toast the next president of Alden University.
Hey, Roger. Look at this.
The speculation about Roger Forbes continues.
Turn on the television, quick!
Oh, no, I thought you were packing.
But you'll never guess what I just heard on the news. It said Daddy's going to be president of Alden U.
Just what Roger Forbes will do.
Maybe that young cub doesn't know enough not to report hearsay, but Sam Moser certainly should. If he doesn't, I'll set him straight right now.
The young woman you're about to see agreed to talk to this reporter on the condition that her identity would not be revealed. As you will hear in this startling pre-recorded interview, this woman, a junior at Alden U, was for several months part of an organized prostitution ring.
So when I heard his car go racing out of the parking lot less than a half hour after he checked in, I came straight up and knocked on the door. Yeah, 44. Hey, listen, you need the TV still on? The phone's been busy? Somebody still in?
Well, how do you know he just didn't leave the TV on and the phone off the hook?
Well, he paid for the whole night in advance, and I had the feeling he wasn't alone, you know.
Yeah. Give him the key.
Police, open up.
Why did they threaten you physically? Sure. It was never spelled out. It didn't have to be.
Miss?
Can I ask
Miss?
why you risked coming here and agreed?
Danny?
I
don't like being threatened.
Radio for the ambulance.
Not for just wanting to get out of something that I
And get the coroner, too.
involved with in the first place. But also, I want all the other girls on campus to know that even though this is it's never
Turn that thing off.
because you can get hurt.
Turn it off!
Hurt bad.
I wonder how much of that report is fact.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, hello, darling. Clem and I were just about to have a drink. Then I was going to go upstairs and look
Could
for
I
it.
please speak to my husband alone?
Of course, Ann. Excuse me. See you both at dinner.
Do you have any idea how humiliating it is to find out that my husband has accepted the position?
Anne, surely you know I'm not going to accept any position without consulting you first.
I don't believe that.
I'm telling you the truth. Yes, I met with the committee earlier tonight. And yes, I think they'll offer me the post if we decide that I should take it. I don't see what you can possibly object to in that.
I object to being taken for granted.
I don't take you for
And I
granted.
strenuously object to your affair with the Countess Kohler. I have tried my best to deal with it, but when our own daughter starts taunting me about it, I realize just how wrong I've been.
Anne,
I will accept part of the blame for this. Because I know that when we married, you weren't as sure of your feelings as I was. But I can't live this way any longer.
Anne, I've always loved you. That's never changed.
Yes, you can come back to Corinth and take over as president of the university here. You can start planning your next advance on the White House. But unless you prove to me that I'll be a real wife again and the only woman in your life, you can come back without me.
You find anything else in her purse, Mike?
ID card.
Lois Carney. Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Credit cards. She got cash in her wallet. Whatever it was, didn't kill her for money.
This doesn't make sense.
What a waste, huh?
You're telling me?
Lipstick. There was none of that in her purse. Why don't you check the bathroom and see what we got in there?
All right. Mike?
Yeah.
Come here.
Excuse me, sir. Have they identified the girl yet?
Yeah. Her name was Carney. Lois Carney.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the girl I interviewed on the 6 o'clock tape. Are you certain?
I found a student ID card on her, Walden University. But from what I could see up there, she was more than just a student.
Meaning?
There's something written up there.
Got her. Stay back, please. Ma'am, can you get in your room, please? Thank you. You okay?
Oh, it's your brother.
Great.
Mike, what can you tell me about all
Nothing, Merrill. Could you just get back, please?
You all right, Mike?
Yeah, I'm great. Can't you tell?
this? Mike, I knew Lois Carney. No, not well, but I interviewed her, and I can promise you she didn't come here willingly.
She
'cause
sure must have
told
fooled the
me.
guy she came here with, just like she fooled
Will you
you.
let me finish what I'm trying to say?
Go ahead.
Lois was being threatened. I know that, too. So isn't it possible that whatever you saw in that motel room was a setup to make it look like Lois had come here with a John, when in reality...
In reality, Merrill, I'm a cop. I only deal in reality. I'm not a TV star. I was trying to play detective.
Mike's right, Merrill. It's a police matter now, and you've got to stay out of it.
Even if it was all a setup?
Yes, even then.
Douglas, please understand why this is so important to me. Hey, can I come by your place later?
It's a foolish question. Just be very careful.
I will be. Doug, does Roger Fort's father still use that old scow down by the docks as an office?
Yeah. Well, from what I hear of the legendary Johnny Forbes, he still spends most of his time there. And even though he built himself a fancy penthouse when he constructed the Forbes building. But why?
Well, Johnny Forbes would certainly know if the rumor about his son taking over as president of Albany University is true or not, and I think I better stop while I'm ahead.
That's my thought exactly. Come here.
Excuse me. Mr. Forbes. My name is Merle Vochek.
Oh, I know who you are, Miss Vochek. You do a great job with the news.
Thank you.
Not too bad to look at either.
Thank you. I'm sorry to come by unexpectedly like this.
Kidding? A lovely lady like you can come by anytime. I was just going to get myself some fresh orange juice. How about you? You want some?
Oh.
Or anything you want?
No, really, thank you. I won't take up much of your time. I just wanted to ask you a few
You
questions.
gotta come in first.
Thank you. This is very warm. It's very cozy.
Ah, thank you.
Could I ask why you still use this? I mean, I hear you have a very sumptuous office in your penthouse.
Because it's warm and cozy. Oh, I don't know. I guess maybe it's because it's full of memories for me. It's where I started out years ago down here in the docks as a longshoreman before I got into construction.
I see.
And also, I guess maybe it's because some of the people I still do business with seem to feel more at home here than they do in my penthouse office uptown.
Preserving your image as the common man.
Sure you won't change your mind?
Yes, thank you, I will.
Good.
That's good.
I like a little vitamin C. Shall we sit?
Here.
Yeah. Now, you want to tell me why you're here?
To check on something I reported on the 6 o'clock news tonight.
Oh, I'm surprised. You usually reverse that process, don't you? Check first, I mean.
I do, but this particular rumor has been so
Well, if you're
persistent
referring
that-
to my son taking over as president of Albany University, I can assure you that's all it is, a rumor. Yeah, probably started by his father-in-law, Capitol, who I'm sure would like nothing better.
Have you talked to your son about it lately?
No, but I don't have to. I know my son pretty well, Miss Vochek. I'll show you my favorite picture of him. That's when he was 3.
Oh.
Huh? Isn't that a cute little kid? His mother died not long after that picture was taken. And it's been Johnny Forbes and his son ever since. Show you some more pictures of him. Come here. That's when he was at prep school. He was about 13 there. Look at that, huh? He was in everything. Captain of the baseball team, football, basketball. Good student, though. So he was on the honor society. And you know something, lovely lady? I got to thinking and came to the conclusion that there was no reason why my son couldn't one day be elected president of the United States. Let me show you this. This was the second race.
Oh, no. You don't have to tell me what that one is.
Oh?
No. I was there. It was state campus, and it was during his second campaign for the House. I was a student for Forbes that fall.
Good for you.
I think I was standing somewhere near the front of the plat. Wait a minute. Weren't you there that day, too?
Oh, yeah, sure. I was everywhere Roger was. Still am.
You two must be very close.
Oh, very close. That's why you gotta believe me when I tell you that he's too smart to get mixed up with this mess at all.
Gotta admit, it's quite a coincidence your son is here in Corinth on the same day.
Where'd you hear that?
It's just another rumor, but I guess if you haven't heard from him, it mustn't be true.
Excuse me. Be right back. Gotta make a phone call.
Of course.
So, as students for Forbes, you may well be asked by the voters, why send Forbes back to Congress in '76 instead of his worthy opponent? Well, the truth is you shouldn't. Unless you trust me, and you believe that at least 50% of what I've promised the voters of this state can actually be accomplished and is worth voting for. You know, it wasn't all that long ago that I, like you, was standing at a university campus, this one, further north in Massachusetts. And I'm fully aware of how valuable your time is here at college. It's my fervent hope that in the years to come I can prove to you that I haven't wasted your valuable time here this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Hiya, Dad. I've been on the phone trying to track you down.
Oh,
Looks like your rumor was right. Oh, this is Mara Vocek. I'm sure you've seen her in the tube. She's a reporter for WRCN. It's my son, Roger.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Ambassador.
Miss Vocek?
She came here to try and pin down this rumor about you taking over Cabot's mess at the university. I told her there was nothing to it, but, well, I'm not so sure about that now. I didn't even know you were in town. When'd you get in? Why didn't you call me?
I'll explain it all to you later, Dad. Now, if you'll excuse us now, Miss Vocek.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Mr. Forbes, for your time.
My pleasure, Miss Vocek. Like I said, anytime at all.
It was nice meeting you. Now that I can ask you directly, though, could you tell me if your being here in Corinth has anything at all to do with the selection committee process?
If and when I have any statement to make on that subject, Miss Vocek, I'll do it through normal channels in a press conference where all members of the media have equal access. Now, until that time, good night.
You're kind of hard on her, aren't you?
That kind of pushy woman drives me right up a wall.
Oh, was she pushy? All I could see was how pretty she was.
Pompous, arrogant men I've ever met. That one just... Oh!
All the time I thought you were in New York, getting ready for the big bash there tomorrow night.
I'm sorry, Dad, but this all came up at the last minute. I got a phone call from Cabot just as I was leaving Europe.
What I don't understand is why you didn't call me when you got into town. Afraid I'd screw it up for you?
No, of course not.
I bet you would. Probably would have, too. I resent the hell out of Cabot Altman taking advantage of the fact that you're married to his daughter and dumping his whole damn mess into your lap.
One thing has nothing to do with
the
the
hell
other.
it doesn't. Listen, nobody wants you back in the arena more than I do. But not in an arena that'll batter you around so much that come the next big election, you couldn't even get elected dog catcher.
Oh, come on, Dad. If I can't run a university, how can I ever be president?
I said I thought you couldn't do it. If you were going to take over a university that was running smoothly, I'd be all for it. But Alden University has got problems. You want me to tell you about it?
No, thanks, Dad. I got problems enough of my own.
It's just about giving up on you.
Don't ever give up on me, please.
Hey, it was just a joke.
I need you so much.
Well, that goes both ways, lady.
Your life is so organized, secure somehow.
Then share it with me. Really share it with me, I mean.
I can't yet. Not until mine is just as secure.
Same old answer.
Kiss me.
Well, that's the first time I've seen my kid's sister smiling since she got to New York today.
Oh, I know. You know, being away from home has made all of us a bit restless. And somehow it's been harder on Lorna, I think.
I still haven't really had a chance to talk to Dad, though.
Neither have I.
He seems to thrive on all this craziness. I don't think he'll ever change. Well, little sis, what are you doing up here all by yourself?
Watching. Haven't you ever noticed you get a better view looking down on things?
Yeah, I think I noticed that on my flight in from Louisiana this morning.
Guess you also noticed only Mother was there to meet you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Trouble in paradise.
Ah, you're bonkers.
Oh, really? I've been living with Mother and Daddy in Europe. Just remember that.
So?
So, that beautiful, sexy woman Daddy's dancing with is a real countess. Mother's competition.
So I had to tell you about it, Trudy.
This all sounds very noble, Roger. But I believe there is another woman, and you are afraid to tell me who she is.
It's my wife.
What? Your wife?
I'm serious, Trudy. Anne is the dearest woman in the world to me. I wouldn't threaten this marriage for anything.
That's why I'm laughing. You can't be serious about trying to be a model husband, are you?
I'm certainly gonna try.
Well, as we like to say, lycka till, älskling.
What does that mean?
Good luck, darling.
Clem, has there been any kind of trouble between Raj and Ann?
It's nothing all that serious, I'm sure, John.
Hey, don't double talk me now. I've known you too long for that. You've been to Europe with him. I want to know what's going on. What's that mean?
Not to worry.
Honey, now you level with me. Is Roger involved with that woman?
Daddy, I don't want to talk about it.
May I have the honor of this dance, Mrs. Forbes?
Why?
I'll have an insurrection on my hands if I don't. Everyone is wondering why the loveliest woman at the ball isn't on the floor dancing. Besides, the orchestra's playing a request. A special. My own. Mrs. Forbes. I'm never gonna let you go.
You have to be really sure this time.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
Hello? Hello?
I want to talk to Meryl Volchek, please.
This is she. Who's calling?
Miss Volchek, you don't know me. I got your number from the TV station. I told them I had information about Lois Carney.
How can I arrange to meet you?
I'm not sure if I should, but there's something I have to tell you about Lois.
There's somebody at my door. Hang on 1 second, please.
Surprise!
Hello? Hello?
Bad timing?
No.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Our Hamlet didn't show up at all today. So naturally, rehearsal got let out a little early. That's what I really came by for. But also to check the arrangements for the Alden's reception for our new president tonight.
I plan to change at the studio. Can you pick me up there?
Sure thing. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been over a month since you started tracking down the rumor about Roger Forbes being appointed.
Yeah. Wonder what his attitude will be when I see him tonight.
Well, you just remember you're there tonight as my anchor and not WRCN's, and everything will be fine.
I hope you're right.
Trust me.
And in the month since Lois has been killed, did you share any of the information you've uncovered with the Corinth police?
We did, including all the copies of the bank records so that they could see that all of her deposits were made in cash. And we told them that we couldn't find any trace of Lois having that night job that she told us about.
What was their reaction?
They didn't seem to take anything we said to them very seriously. Wouldn't you agree, Helen?
Yes, that's right. I understand you also talked to the then acting president of Alden University, Garth Slater.
I felt I had to. I mean, if our daughter was lured into this horrible thing while she was a student at Alden, I wanted to know all about it.
What was Mr. Slater's attitude?
He seemed sort of nervous to be even talking about it, but what he finally said boiled down to something about girls who wanted to sell themselves, not needing to belong to any organized crime ring.
I take it you didn't want to hear any more of Miss Vochek's views.
You took it right. Oh, thanks. Well, I guess it's all ready for Roger Forbes to take over tomorrow.
You don't need me anymore?
No, thank you, and thanks for your help.
Well, it's too bad we have to put up with that reception tonight. Well, better go get ready. What time are you picking me up?
At 7. That is, if you're sure you want to be seen walking in with me.
Be proud to. Should be an interesting evening, all things considered. See you at 7.
All right. This is Garth Slater. Meryl Vochek has gone too far. I want it stopped.
I didn't know Meryl Vochek was invited tonight.
Bet your Grandpa Cabot didn't know either.
Who is that incredible-looking man with her?
Would you like to meet him?
I'd like a club soda and lime, please.
Bourbon and water.
Do you say my welcome from Cabot Alden was a little chilly?
Oh, not at all. I think that icy stare was a feeble attempt at covering up the pure lust that was tearing him limb from limb the moment he died.
Miss Vochek, nice to see you again in person.
How are you? Nice to see you.
I'd like you to meet my granddaughter, Lorna.
Hi, Lorna.
Miss Vochek.
This is Douglas Donovan.
I'm pleased to meet you. How are you?
Harry,
Hi,
and you
Doug.
know Jimmy
Nice to see you
Forbes.
again.
Sure do. Yeah, you too. You're looking beautiful.
Why,
I must say, I admire our young Professor Donovan's guts.
I also admire his taste in women. Starting tomorrow, Miss Vochek will be writing Roger Forbes' tale, not mine. I can't tell you how much I suddenly admire and respect her.
And your mother-in-law.
Honey, I am so sorry. We lost all track of time going over all the things to be done at the president's house.
Well, you can take the time to change now if you'd like.
No, that won't be necessary. I was telling Ann as we were racing over here that I would like to meet the people that I'm going to be working with on as casual terms as possible.
Well, that's what we've been working on damn hard to achieve, so let's get on with it.
Lorna, your folks here, huh? Shall we go greet them?
Hi, it was nice to see you again. Nice to meet you.
Ah, the smile that launched 1 million votes.
like another, or would you like to try the buffet?
Definitely another. Red vermouth and gin. No rocks.
The bartender said that that was an unusual choice.
I prefer unusual to eccentric.
Amelia, I saw you when I first came in, and I looked around for you. I couldn't find you.
Well, it's been a busy night for you, Roger.
Ah, that it has. I wanted to tell you how happy I am that we'll be working together now. I'm going to rely on you completely until I learn.
I have to interrupt you to tell you that I have decided to give up my post as secretary to the president and move with Mr. Slater to the dean's office.
That comes as a surprise. I can't say that I'm happy about it.
Well, then you'll understand how I felt, being taken for granted.
Amelia, we've known each other for a long time. Please, I have to ask you, have I said or done anything to offend you?
Yes, you have. Alden University is very dear to me. I have done my best to serve it for over 26 years, and I resent anyone's using it as a stepping stone.
Hello. And congratulations.
Thank you, Garth.
I think I've changed my mind about the buffet. Shall we?
Yes.
Oh, Amelia.
Ooh. You better not let my father see you standing here and not mingling.
Okay.
Okay.
Anne.
I'll be back.
You okay?
I just finished talking with Amelia, Dad. She's not staying on as my secretary. She's going with Garth.
Well, you didn't expect it to be otherwise, did you?
I guess I'd hoped she was over all that by now.
You know what they say about a woman scorned.
Sweetheart, these last 5 weeks have been so lovely. Let's not let things change too much, okay?
You got a deal. What time is it?
What?
I want to catch that late news broadcast. Merrill Vocek's interviewing me tomorrow, so I thought I'd watch her program.
And watching him move confidently among the guests tonight, I found myself wondering if Roger Forbes will roll up his sleeves and tackle the pressing matters that have cast their shadows over Alden University. Or will he rely on the charm and charisma that have been the mainstays of his political career and only attempt to be a popular president at a time when Alden is crying out for a fighter who's willing to forget higher goals and concentrate on the all-demanding job at hand? And directly related to these pressing matters facing Roger Forbes is this taped interview with the parents of Lois Carney, the 20-year-old Alden Jr.
This is just a rehash of what she had on at 6. Once was enough.
Well, I just had a nice talk with little sister.
Oh.
She seems to be in tip-top shape.
Stacy is so excited about her scholarship.
Why not? She'll be the second Donovan to go to college. Anyone else for a beer?
Huh? No, thanks. So all the tests back on Pop were negative, right?
Yes, right. Thank God. But he's a little run down. They want him to stay in the hospital a few more days.
Well, the rest will do him good, I think. What happened to the news?
I turned it off. They were just replaying that Hearts and Flowers interview with the Carney girl's parents.
Mike, it's a lot more than just hearts and flowers to Meryl, you know.
I know. Gives her a chance to blast the police again for doing nothing while she does all their work.
Mike.
I know. No, it shouldn't bother me by now. It really grabs me when people sit back and criticize the people that are doing their dirty work.
Meryl is not doing that. She's just trying to find out who's responsible.
No, she's not. I don't see her out there risking her own neck. But she loves putting the screws to the people who are. You know, maybe that was the attraction between you two in the first place.
Look, that attraction is our business, all right? But I can't believe that old chip is back on your shoulder.
Yeah? Why don't you check it out, Professor?
Look, Mom, I gotta go or I'll be late. I'll try to get in tomorrow and see Pop.
Okay, good. Do that.
Good night. Good night, Nori.
Night, Doug. Give my love to Meryl.
Yeah, give her mine too, will you? Good night.
Oh, come on, Mike. Come on, sit down with us.
No, I think I'll go up and talk to Stacy. When she goes to college, she might not have anything in common with her brother, the cop.
What is the professor picking you up tonight?
Yes. So I'll see you and the rest of the crew at the Alden House about 11:15.
Okay. Good night, Mom.
Good night, Jimmy.
Miss Wojcik?
Yes?
I called you at your home earlier, but I had to hang up.
You're the one who had something to tell me about Lois Carney?
Yes.
What's your name?
Carrie.
All right, Carrie. Here, why don't you come on inside and we can talk?
No! Look, they'll do the same thing to me they did to Lois if they find out I've talked to you.
Oh, Carrie, hold it.
Look, I just want to tell you you're right. Lois was murdered by the people that she worked for.
I gotta go. Wait, no, it's just a friend who's picking me up. It's nothing.
I just have to go.
Call me tomorrow, Carrie, please.
What was that all about?
You wouldn't believe it.
Hey, try me.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I loved talking to Professor Donovan last night.
We noticed.
Well, he's so easy to talk to. I just wish I could have somebody like him for my faculty advisor.
Hey, you can always request him.
Really, Daddy? Well, how would I do that?
You call his office and you make an appointment.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna do it today.
Anybody home?
Is that Jack?
Sure sounds like him. Jack? It is him. Ah, look who's here. Welcome home, son. Good to see you. Looking well. This is a surprise.
Oh, Jack. No, is anything wrong at school?
No, nothing's wrong at school. He's just decided to come home for the summer. That's good for you, son.
Well, no, I'm planning on doing the summer term, but, well, it gets so hot in Louisiana. I shuffled a few things around, and as of yesterday, I'm a sophomore in good standing at Alden U. You don't happen to have an extra room around here, do you?
That's great. That is great.
Why do I get the feeling that my famous kid sister is nervous this morning?
What have I got to be nervous about?
Oh, maybe because you're interviewing Roger Forbes right after putting him down on your news last night.
Really? I wasn't meant as a put down.
That's the way it came off to me.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mike.
Noreen's here?
Uh-huh.
Could I talk to her? Could you get her?
Sure, no, come on in. It's no problem.
Thanks. Hi, honey. I need $10. I just paid the rent. I'm a little short.
Sure.
Would you like some coffee or toast?
Oh, no, thanks. That's okay. Thanks.
Come on, Mike. At least stay for a cup of coffee.
No.
Okay, sure.
Carrie, I'm so glad you called. Well, I'm tied up this morning. I should be free about 1. Wait a minute, hold it. The Crown Cafe? Washington Street? No, but I'm sure I can find it. Not a soul, I swear.
Oh, good morning, madam.
Good morning. My name is Meryl Wojcik. I have an appointment to see Mr. Forbes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If you'd be good enough just to wait one.
I'll take care of it. Good morning, Miss Wojcik.
Hello, Mrs. Forbes. I'm a little early.
Oh, it's perfectly all right. Come on in. My husband will be down in just a
Good
moment.
morning, Miss Wojcik.
Good morning. My remote crew should be here any minute, but I thought you and I should run over.
I think you better call your
Yes.
crew and save them the time. There isn't going to be any interview. Not now, not ever.
Mr. Forbes, if this has anything at all to do with the remarks
It has
that I
only
made...
to do with your brand of journalism, Miss Wojcik. For example,
I found that interview with the Carney girl's parents last night to be in extremely poor taste.
I was only trying to point out that the police are overlooking the possibility that Lois Carney was the victim of a setup and that she was being exploited by the...
Come on, Miss Vocek, get off your high horse. If anyone exploited that poor girl's death and her parents' private grief, it was you. I don't intend to be your next victim, although you seem to have had me targeted last night on your news program.
Mr. Forbes, you've got to believe that none of the remarks that I made...
No, fortunately, Miss Vocek, I don't have to believe anything you say. And fortunately also for me, I discovered your kind of journalism before it was too late. Now, goodbye.
Won't you even give me a chance to explain?
Oh, I think you explained yourself quite eloquently last night. Now, goodbye, Miss Vocek.
Roger, why were you so hard on her? In front of me.
Why do you think that?
I talked to Lois late that same afternoon, and she had received another threatening call. They found out she talked to you. That's why I know that Lois was murdered to keep her from talking. They just set it up like it was some John who flipped out.
Did a very thorough job of it, including that message they found in the motel room.
What message?
It was never released by the police. But they found a message scrawled in her lipstick, which said, "Horace must die."
That wasn't Lois's lipstick.
How do you know that?
Lois didn't wear any makeup at all. You can ask anyone. She was allergic to all of it.
I'll take over from here. Lieutenant Hinman, police. And I'll take that too, Miss Vocek, so we can hear what she's already told you.
You'll hear that I've been right all along about Lois Carney. And I just hope you'll do something about it before other girls end up the same way.
So I spent the whole day interviewing secretaries. Oh, yeah, and I worked on the pre-commencement rally address. I gotta find some way to get some morale back in there, get those kids some spirit on that campus.
You know how I feel about the whole darn situation, but now that you're in it, you'll pull it off. I know you will. You always do. Uh-oh.
Special report from the nation's capital as soon as we have it. And now on the home front. Today was Roger Forbes' first day in the job as the new president of Alden University. And though we promised you an interview with the former ambassador on this 11 o'clock report, Mr. Forbes changed his mind for reasons he would not elaborate on. So instead, we have the following taped interview with Mel Conroy, Alden U's head coach and chairman of its beleaguered athletics.
I should have known I'd pay for it one way or another. That woman is so infuriating.
So attractive, too. Why are you so tough on her all the time? She could be some help to you, you know.
Don't upset the police. Don't upset the powers that be at the university. Don't upset Roger Forbes. You're really telling me not to do my job, Sam.
Oh, come on.
Not report the news as I see it.
Will you be fair? Now, who has been your champion around this place since the time you started out as a golfer?
You have, Sam. I am grateful. But I'm not grateful enough to forget about a young woman that ended up dead in a motel room because she trusted me and asked for my help.
Okay. Could I give you a lift home?
No, thanks. Douglas is going to come by to pick me up. I was just going to throw these things in the car. Night, Sam. I'm sorry for taking it out on you, but this has been one rotten day from top to bottom.
Yeah, well, we all have them occasionally. You relax with that professor. Have yourself some fun tonight, okay?
I will try. Thanks, Sam.
Miss Vocek! Harry, I had to see you. They found out I talked to you. They threatened me just like Lois.
We've got to go back to the police.
No, I'm not taking that chance again. I was too afraid to stay in my room, so I came here.
Look, I don't want you to go back to your room. I'll tell you what. Someone is coming here to pick me up. You take my car, go to my apartment, and I'll meet you there. Here, come on. My address is 27 Lawrence. Here. The key to the apartment is on the ring. And I'll meet you there in about an hour, okay?
Miss Vocek, thank you. Thank you for everything.
anything else you think I could do, talk to Carrie's parents.
Just
maybe.
try to get a good night's sleep.
Thank you. He's right, you know. There's really nothing more you can do.
I could find whoever's responsible.
Oh, Meryl, please.
I can't go around for the rest of my life knowing I'm responsible for that girl being...
Not.
Mr. Slater, I want to thank you for bringing down Miss Mansfield's records. We called the parents. They're on their way down to the station.
Oh,
Anything
God.
Amelia, this is no place for you. It was bad enough I had to wake you up to dig out this file.
Well, I wanted to be here. It's so horrible.
Why don't you take her home?
I want to talk to the Mansfields.
I mean, Mike and Lieutenant...
I have to.
Look, Meryl, I'm sorry. You know, maybe if I had just listened to you in the first place, this wouldn't have happened.
No. When Carrie first told me about that call, we should have come to the police. But she was so frightened. I just wanted her to be safe.
Yeah, but you couldn't have known that.
I'm right here.
You know, whoever wired that charge out there, they're still out there. Now, we're doing everything we can to protect her, but we can't if she keeps playing detective.
Yeah, I know, you're right. I'll see what I can do. Thanks.
You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Hello, Amelia.
Oh, hello, Roger.
Garth, why wasn't I notified as soon as you heard from the police?
Well, I didn't see any purpose in that. It was very late. I didn't want to disturb you.
Just a minute. Let's get something straight here. Each and every student on that campus is in my charge now. What happens to them happens to me. Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry for everything that's happened. Listen, I know that words seem very empty right now, but I promise you I'm going to put an end to this as soon as I can. You have my word on that.
Thank you.
That's when I called you at the station and asked you to meet me here.
I'm glad you did. I appreciate your wanting to help, but please,
And?
if you call...
sorry, where was I?
Call me.
You were at a meeting of the junior office.
Oh, yes. They want to establish a fund in Miss Mansfield's name to support any worthy campus project.
What a wonderful idea.
I better get going. Listen, remember what I said. I don't want you to do anything unless you talk to me first.
I won't.
Lorna, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Surprise, surprise. Well, you just made my day. Hey, what brings you to our neck of the woods anyway?
Well, no wonder I've heard so much hot gossip about you two.
Well, how about that? After all these years, we're finally an item, huh?
Well, if it's been that long, it must be serious.
Well, let me put it to you this way, Lorna. If I have my way, Miss Vocek here will be Mrs. Donovan before you start the fall term.
Well, I think I better be going. Thanks for everything, Professor.
You bet.
It's nice to see you, Meryl. Take care.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go for a walk. You know that girl you were talking with? She was in my 102 section. Betty...
Rossiter.
Right. Hey, wait a minute. She was the Carney girl's roommate, wasn't she?
Yeah. And she got a call from a voice she recognized talking about a way to make easy money.
Oh, boy. Well, I hope she notified the police.
No, she called me.
What? Meryl, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, first Lois, then Carrie Mansfield? You want this girl's life on your head, too? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Of course, none of this is your fault.
No, you're right. Betty's gonna phone me if and when she gets another call. I'll tell her we have to go straight to Lieutenant Hinman or Mike.
Thank you. So this is what it feels like to win an argument with Meryl Vocek. Hey, I love you.
Right now. I gotta go. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay. Have a good one.
problem that I want most to address here today is the problem of our sagging team spirit here at Alden University. And to tell you that my first official action as your new president has been in an effort to bolster that sagging spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce our great fortune in obtaining the services of one of the top athletic directors in the country, a man whose reputation for fair play and whose winning records are legendary. He's here today with his lovely wife, Rita May. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Coach Billy Bristow. Billy Bristow has earned his reputation. Now I hope to earn mine by facing forthrightly the allegations that we've heard whispered about Alden in these last few months. Things like, are our academic standards in jeopardy? Is our student body enrollment wilting in terms of its quality? Is our administration in poor hands? Our new president an opportunist, appointed through nepotism and driven by his own personal ambition? In short, are we here on the brink of failure? Well, I assure you that we are not. Let me tell you one thing that I have learned in the world of politics, and that is that failure, whether in Washington or in the classroom, is fundamentally a failure of nerve, of spirit. As long as we have our spirit, we cannot fail. The past is not within our power to change. The future, however, is perpetually within the grasp of those who will embrace it. Therefore, I propose to all of you here today that we can make that future what we will it to be. By working together, heads high, bold of purpose, with an equal measure of pride and spirit, we can build a future at Alden that is as bright as any rising star. It is ours for the taking. I thank you.
Great speech.
Oh, thank you, Douglas.
Welcome. Roger, my congratulations.
Guard, thank you.
Wonderful, Raj.
Wonderful.
You covered all the bases. You said everything that was needed to be said, and you said it so well.
Thank you.
Great, great.
Thanks.
John, you're coming to the reception with us. Isabel's over there.
Oh, thanks. I won't be able to. I've already told Raj I'm taking Clem to the station so he can catch his train back to D.C. Figured to give me a little time to talk to him about handling some of my legal affairs for me down there.
I'll see you soon, Roger. Soon, Clem.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Nice seeing you, John.
Hey, thanks anyway, huh? Bye-bye,
Dad, take care. Have a good trip.
Yeah, you will. Bye-bye, darling. Love you.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Goodbye, darling.
Bye.
Be good kid.
I will.
Love you. Oh, hi, Amelia. Have you congratulated Raj in his speech? I think he'd like that.
No, I haven't had an opportunity.
You have now. Raj, Amelia like to say something to you. See you all soon now.
Yeah, have a good one.
Well, if you can do for Alden all you say you can, my hat is off to you.
And that's some hat lady. I mean, really, I love it.
Excuse me, Amelia, I don't think you've met the Bristows. Billy, Rita May, Amelia Whitley, secretary to our dean.
We're pleased to meet you, Miss Whitley.
Mm-hmm. Delighted.
Hey, there's my man. Hi, Coach. Football and basketball, huh? We need you, boy.
I thought you looked like an athlete.
I tell you what, we're going to go over that reception right now. I'm going to personally order you your last drink of the year. You're in training tomorrow. Come on, come on. Come on, Rita May.
Take care of it, Billy.
Yeah.
Mr. Forbes. Hello, Mrs. Forbes, Lorna. Excuse me, we're about finished here, and I didn't want to leave without telling you what a fine speech you made. You should be very proud.
Oh, thank you, Miss Wojcik. I've been watching your newscast lately. I must say I'm very impressed.
Impressed enough to reschedule that interview?
Well.
Oh, come on.
Okay, why not? Tomorrow, after your 6 o'clock news, say in my office.
Great. I'll see you then.
Right.
Thank you.
Goodbye. No, I don't think my service in Vietnam helped my political career at all. And the Justice Department was just a case of being at the right place at the right time.
being too modest. As I recall, your book on Watergate was very well received.
Yes, it was, thank you. However, no matter which side you were on, it was hard to come out of all that mess feeling proud about anything.
Well, I think we've got enough for right now. Well, we still got a little while before my crew's ready for us in your office. Do you mind if I ask you a question? It'll be off the record.
Fire away.
I read your book when it first came out, and I thought it was wonderful. But I was a rather idealistic young woman at the time, and that book is the work of a very idealistic young man.
I suppose it was.
You've spent over 2 terms in Congress and 2 years with the diplomatic corps. Have those ideals changed? For instance, how much of what you said yesterday at the rally about hope and spirit and integrity, how much of that was understandably rhetoric for the occasion?
Why do you find it so hard to believe that I am sincere in what I want to accomplish here? I can only guess what you might have heard about me. But let me assure you that some parts of my reputation are earned, some others are not.
I'm sure of that.
I meant every word of that speech. I intend to put an end to everything that has blemished the reputation of this university. I mean everything.
And I can't tell you how much I want to believe that.
Oh, it's starting to rain. Let's get out of here.
Under the trellis here, Doc.
We can wait it out here until the worst of it passes.
I guess what they say about summer storms and no warning is true.
Right. Well, you said that your crew wouldn't be ready for us quite yet.
No.
So we can wait out here without holding them up. Would you like this jacket?
No, I mean, no thank you, I'm fine.
It looks like it's starting to let up a little.
Good.
You know, you have me at a distinct disadvantage.
I don't understand.
Well, you've been asking me all sorts of questions, yet I hardly know anything about you.
There's not a lot to know. I'd make a rotten interview.
I don't believe that at all.
It's true all the same.
You've got your life all in order, everything pulled together. People don't accomplish that without learning it.
It's only an impression. It's not true at all.
You are cold. Here, let me give you this. No, come here. Let me bundle you up. Let's get the hell out of here.
Arrow, what happened? Are you all right?
Douglas. Hold me. Make love to me.
I hate guys who say I told you so, but I did warn you about that damn university and all of its problems.
Some of them.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Hey, come on now. You came here to talk. Let's talk. What's bothering you? Raj, don't clam up on me now.
It's not just that incredible mess at Alden University, only God knows that's staggering enough. This has to do with Anne. You know how it is, Dad. You make yourself promises, you have every intention of keeping them. But then, complications come along. You feel them building in your gut, and your head tells you that you can deal with them if and when they appear. Boy.
Those complications, you call them, are very important to some men, very necessary. They help keep them alive.
Maybe.
No, maybe's about it. I know. I'm one of them. And so are you. And there's no sense in us wasting our time thinking how it would be if we weren't. Just don't let those complications take over, huh? Make you lose sight of what I've always wanted for you. What you've always wanted for yourself, right? How about joining me at Pier 6 for a fresh lobster? I've got my monthly Board of Trade meeting later, but we can talk till then.
No, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it, but I'm gonna go home to Ann and the kids.
What I say makes sense to you?
Always does, Dad. Always does. Thanks. Take care. I'll see you.
You know, I still dream about lying next to you like this every night. Does that sound good to you? Oh, I don't believe it.
It's probably my studio. I left this number with my service.
Okay. Hello? Yes, may I ask who's calling? All right, hold on. It's for you. She won't leave her name.
This is Merrill.
I have to talk to you.
Betty? Is that you?
Yes. Help me. I only came to this sleazy hotel to try to get some information out of him about who he contacted and who he paid. He got so suspicious, scared, I guess, so he started hitting me.
There's no point now in telling you. You never should have come here alone.
I tried calling you, but...
I know. Betty, when you got the call to meet this man here, was it the same voice?
Yeah, you can't forget it. Same one from the first call, a year ago in the dorm.
You never told me about that call.
You never asked. Besides, I said no. Even though it was real tempting at the time.
Why?
Because I was really up against it. Those work-study program checks were pitiful.
Betty, was Lois ever part of the work-study program?
Not since I knew her.
What about Carrie Mansfield?
Well, I don't know. She was Lois's friend.
I gotta go check into something right away. I'll try not to be long. No, I want you to wait here for me and keep the door locked till you hear my voice outside, okay?
Sure, but where are you going?
I'm not looking forward to it, but I've got to go ask somebody for his help in all this. And you lock the door after me. The president's office was locked up tight, so when I saw the light was on in your office, I thought I'd come by and ask you to check the information out for me. You work as late as I do, Miss Whitley.
And under much less glamorous conditions, I'm sure. No, Lois Carney was never part of our work-study program.
Would you mind checking the files on Carrie Mansfield?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Bojek. Miss Mansfield's files are in Mr. Slater's desk. Her parents wanted copies. Mr. Slater's office is locked. He left at a sensible hour. Now, I'm going to lock up, and I can go out with you.
Lorna, hi. Is your father here?
Yeah, come in and I'll get him.
Lorna? Hello, Mary.
Good evening. I'm sorry to just come here like this, but I'm afraid
She wants to see Daddy. I'll get him. Daddy, it's Meryl Rochak.
Good evening.
Hi. I'm really sorry to intrude like this.
Was something wrong?
Yes. No, I don't know. I need your help. A student is waiting for me at the Vista Hotel, and I think she can help me find the people responsible for Lois Carney and Carrie Mansfield.
Come on, let's go. I'll follow you down.
No, wait, no. She's a lot more frightened than she's pretending to be, so let me do the talking first. Betty. Betty, it's Meryl. Betty. Betty, it's all right. You can open the door. It's locked. I don't believe it.
What? What's the matter? What happened? Miss Vocek, everything I've told you has been lies about Lois, all of it. Please don't ever try to contact me. Just let it all go. Betty. So what do you do now?
I think we better go. I'm sorry I brought you here.
I'm not sorry at all. If we're perfectly honest with each other about...
Somebody got to Betty, somebody who frightened her away.
Meryl, whoever did write that letter was absolutely right. It's time to let go of this and call in the police.
What?
You've taken this thing as far as you can. Now we gotta call in the police and let them find out who's actually behind all this.
After how many other young women become victims?
You gotta trust the police to do their job. Why do you want to take this on yourself personally?
Because I'm a woman. And young women shouldn't have to turn to prostitution to stay in college when they're broke or hungry. But I guess you wouldn't know about being broke or hungry, would you?
I know a lot more than you're giving me credit for, but let's not even get into that now. Just
No!
come on, will you?
How could I have been naive enough to trust you? Well, you could let it go, Mr. President, because it might impair your next political campaign or tarnish your sterling reputation. When you finally get to that big White House on Pennsylvania Avenue, I hope you'll find it was worth the trip.
Good night, Miss Vocek.
Noreen, hi, it's Meryl. Is Mike there? Oh. No. What? No.
Roger. What is it? You've been on the phone from the moment you came back.
I've been trying to reach Amelia Whitley. I went by her house, but the place was all dark.
Well, why do you want to reach her?
I really can't explain it to you now, Ann. I tried my dad at the Scow, at the penthouse. No, I know where I can find him. Listen, I'm gonna have to leave right now, and I don't know when I'll be back. Not to worry.
Mr. Forbes, I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to ask your help. Miss Whitley, I was looking for Mr. Forbes.
You were looking for Johnny. Come in, sit down.
Well, really,
He'll be here soon. What a clever girl you are. You're putting all the pieces together. I know the stage. You're like my cat. She thinks she's got a mouse, all ready to pounce.
All right. I do know what you've done. There's something I don't understand, though. Why? You dedicated your life to Alden University. Everybody loved you. Everybody trusted you. Why?
Well, the love and the trust of the university was never the center of my life. The only thing I was ever interested in, ever, was the life with Johnny. And he wanted that too. At one time. Before there was only room in his life for Roger and his plans for Roger. After all I did to help him build up this business, I had to deal with those gentlemen of less than sterling character who had to be kept away from the pure young Roger. Well, he just set me adrift gradually, eliminated me from their lives. What was I to do? Those business friends of his were kind enough to help me maintain a comfortable standard of living. In exchange for some information that I had right at my fingertips because of my job at Alden. They were so very interested in all those fresh young things came pouring into the university. Such hordes, endless supply, wave after wave of them from every corner of the country. And it doesn't matter how many you eliminate, there are always more, and you are one of them.
I want to go to the police till I talk to...
Stay right where you are, both of you.
Amelia, Raj just told me about, well, everything that happened. You want to tell me about it too, huh?
It's true, all of it.
Amelia talked to me about it if she wants to. Why don't you meet her, huh? We go back a long way, don't we? We go back a long way, honey. Ah, that's fine. That's good. Very, very good, honey. That's fine. You just let it pour out now, huh? Good girl, good girl. Nobody's gonna blame you. No. They're not gonna hold you responsible for what happened to those girls. I'll make sure. I'll make it very clear to them that you didn't do that. You wouldn't do that. This is me, huh? Your friend, Johnny, huh? Remember me? All those good times we had together.
It's too late, Johnny.
No, it's not too late.
Meryl, get on the phone. Call the police. It's quick.
I'm gonna stay away. Stay away. Stay away. It's mine now.
Ambulance is on its way. From what I saw, there's really not much point, is it? Take care, will you?
Dad, please don't talk anymore, okay? Don't talk.
There's still so much I want to say to you.
It's okay, it'll keep, okay?
I hope so.
Come on, no, hang on, Dad. Hang on. Dad. Oh, God, don't go away.
I loved him so much. I can't lose you, too.